bam, 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 bang, bam, bam, bang. Welcome to TEW Tuesday Night Super Show. And we are live here today, accompanied by John Cole and Billy Money, known as Jay. And this is Super Show. And we are live here today in the city of Seymourshire. And let's get straight on to Super Show. Well, we all know that Drew Galloway did fail to beat Roman Reigns this Saturday at In Your House this Saturday. He lost. Reigns won against Drew Galloway on the pay-per-view of In Your House this Saturday. Galloway failed to beat Reigns. But let's hear from Galloway's got to say, kicking off Super Show here tonight. Obviously, we all know that Sammy Guevara defeated Thomas Sasson at In Your House this Saturday. Also, the same thing happened for Emmanuel Bashking. He's still the Republic States champion. He defeated Jack Swagger last on Saturday at In Your House. And that was a good win for him, of course. But that means Swagger will not fight the RSC champion ever again. But anyways, kicking off Super Show, let's go to Drew Galloway.
Discover Audible on us.
You see, at In Your House on Saturday, Roman Reigns won by a fluke. A fluke win. You see, I want a rematch with Roman Reigns right here, right now, in this very ring. You see, I should be standing here as TEW champion, but Reigns took that from me. Like he has done for the last 6 years in professional wrestling. Reigns takes everything away from people. Dreams. And that's what he did. A fluke. And I don't care what you fans think about what I say about a fluke, because he is a fluke. Fluke win from Reigns last Saturday at In Your House. And you see, I should be here standing, like I said to you twice now, as TEW champion. So Reigns, get your big butt here in this very ring so I can talk to you face to face right here in the middle of this very ring. What the? Why is Jack Swagger's music been playing? Oh, Jack Swagger. Oh my god. It's Swagger. Jack Swagger is actually coming down to the ring. We're the people. Well, he did lose against Emmanuel Bashking at In Your House, and that means that he will never ever fight the Republic States champion ever again, because he lost to Emmanuel Bashking, and it was a very disappointing game it was, or match, let's say. Well, why is Swagger here interrupting Drew Galloway? I don't know why. I don't know, let's just hear from him right now. It'll be interesting how Swagger will probably say what he's going to say to Galloway right now, so here we go. We're the people. We're the people. Drew Galloway, you came here on TEW and the door was open a few weeks ago. And you got a title opportunity with Roman Reigns. I've been here and I've been working hard for at least a year to be where I am here today. Pushing and pushing to become the top star here on TEW. And you come along and spoil it. You should go back where you earn your spot around here. Well, you should shut up, Jack Swagger. You don't deserve no title shot of the TEW Championship. It doesn't matter if I've been here for 2 or 3 weeks here on TEW. I might have arrived here 2 or 3 weeks ago, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter one bit, Swagger, because you see, you are a failure, and you are a failure right now when I'm standing next to you. Well, you see, I've been in this TEW roster for longer than you have, and I never had a chance to fight the TEW champion. You should go and earn your spot by going back into the bottom of the card, fight your way up, and get a title opportunity. Because you got a handout, you did. A handout against Roman Reigns in your house. It should have been me. How's it should have been you, Swagger? You was fighting Emmanuel Bashking, but oops, I'm throwing out the cat out of the bag here because you lost. Ooh, you lost, and that means that you will never be RFC champion ever again. And I'm going to make sure that now you will never be a TEW champion ever again. And that's my job, is to get out this ring right now and go where you belong. Back to MMA, what you do best. Ooh. Well, you see, speaking about you, Drew Galloway, jumping ship from another company to another, look at you. Because you're moaning because you didn't get a title shot on WCW television, so you could come here and think that TEW will throw you the opportunities? I don't think so. I think you, Swagger Galloway, you should be in the back of the queue and earn your spot around here, because you are a failure. Well, I'm a failure. You see, I know that I quit WCW to come here because I believe that TEW is the place that I can build. You see, being World TEW champion was the best point in my career if I did that by beating Roman Reigns, but that was a fluke. I had to break it to you, Drew Galloway. That match was not a fluke. Reigns beat you fair and square in the middle of the ring. You failed, not me at all. If I fought Roman Reigns, I probably would be TEW champion by now. How do you think that, Swagger? How do you think that? You think you're going to beat Roman Reigns? You see, I'm sick and tired of you coming here and saying about I haven't been here longer than you and you earned a shot than me. It doesn't really matter because you failed against Emmanuel Bashking. So it makes you feel like a loser yourself, Swagger. Don't talk to me again unless you're willing to step up where it counts. You can't be all dark with no bite. This is TEW. Well, you are the new kid in the new path, Drew Galloway. So I suggest you go back to the locker room where you belong and fight for what you believe in. Goodbye. End of conversation. Ooh. Swagger runs his mouth and back here on TEW, the general manager, Joey Davis, has got some words to say in the middle of the ring. And let's hear from the general manager himself right now. Well. Let me speak. Because right now, I've got to make some big announcements here tonight. As Drew Galloway and Swagger rang their mouth one another about who's the best and etc., about handouts around here, these two think that they had their fluke matches on TEW, complaining that Bash King and Swagger was a fluke win for Manuel Bash King. And then, however, Gallagher obviously accuses himself on Roman Reigns, saying that was a fluke win. So tonight, I've announced that the main event's going to be between Jack Swagger versus Drew Galloway, and whoever wins in that main event of tonight will fight Roman Reigns at TEW WrestleFest in 3 weeks' time. So whoever wins between Swagger or Drew Galloway will fight Roman Reigns in 3 weeks' time at WrestleFest. So WrestleFest, whoever wins between Swagger or Galloway will go on to fight Reigns at WrestleFest on the 25th of July. And one more thing. Tonight, I've decided we're going to have ourselves a TEW Royal Tag Team Championship tournament. As we're going to have an eight tag team tournament. So starting on the quarterfinals. So it'll be a 4 teams or 4 tag teams who will fight each other for these couple of weeks. And the winner of this tournament will go on to fight the Royal Tag Team Champions Maniac Moolah and Baz Wolf at the 25th of July's pay-per-view of WrestleFest for the Royal Tag Team Championships. Even Afterburn are invited to come here on SuperShow to get a championship tournament opportunity. So there's going to be a 4 tag team tournament. So starting today, the quarterfinals, next week's the semis, and the following week is the finals. Ladies and gentlemen, that starts right now. And that's been announced that Joey Davis has made 2 announcements, the general manager, as it will be Jack Swagger and Drew Galloway will fight each other tonight in the main event. Whoever wins will fight Reigns at WrestleFest in 3 weeks' time. And then we've got a tournament coming up right now for the TEW Championship. So, let's get straight into this tag team opportunity right here, right now, here on TEW. It's going to be between the Butcher and the Blade versus Maxwell Jacob Fredman and Wardlow. And by the way, it's a tag team matchup for the crowned maybe #1 contender for Maniac Moolah and Baz Wolf's Royal Tag Team Championships at WrestleFest on the 25th of July, because Joey Davis just really announced that there's going to be a tournament starting from today. It's going to be a quarter-final tournament. Afterburn's been invited to come here on SuperShow to be part of it, like Heath Slater and James Ellsworth. The Irish boys are here tonight. They're going to be in a tag team matchup tonight as well. But the first matchup of the tag team tournament for the Royal Tag Team Championships, #1 contenders, is going to be between the Butcher and the Blade and Wardlow and Maxwell Jacob Fredman. And whoever wins out of these 2 teams will fight next week in the semi-finals and qualify for the semi-finals next Tuesday on SuperShow. So whoever wins between the Butcher and the Blade and Wardlow and Maxwell Jacob Fredman will get a #1 contenders or match who will qualify for the semi-finals next week. So whoever wins between the Butcher and the Blade and Maxwell Jacob Fredman and Wardlow will fight and qualify for the semi-finals next week to maybe become #1 contender for the Maniac Moolah and Baz Wolf Big Machinery at WrestleFest in 3 weeks' time. So let's get underway in the matchup right now. Right, so let's start the matchup right here, right now. A tournament begins, the quarterfinals of the Royal Tag Team Championships, of course. So whoever wins between the Butcher and the Blade or Wardlow and Maxwell Jacob Fredman will actually qualify for the semi-finals for next Tuesday on SuperShow. But it depends who wins out of these 2 right now, because whoever wins in this tournament will fight the tag team champions at WrestleFest, Maniac Moolah and Baz Wolf. So, yeah, the winner of the tournament will fight Moolah and Wolf on the 25th of July at WrestleFest. That's what's going to happen. But meanwhile, the Blade now, woo! Right on the chest of Wardlow, right, this 300-pounder. And Wardlow's one of the big, massive men. You just can't you just can't do nothing about it, can you? He's a big boy. And the Butcher and the Blade now cover here. Referee. Kick out. Trying to do a hammer right here. Oh. No. Now tag now to Maxwell Jacobs Fredman. And here comes Wardlow. Oh. What gonna do now? Now, suplex there from the Blade. Now, on the top rope. Cover. 1, 2. Kick out. Nope. Close. The chance here. Oh. Blade. Submission. Now, Maxwell Jacob Freeman gets out of it right there, trying to get him out of that move. He could have tapped out Wardlow. And now, the Blade now, what's he going to do? Is he going to win the matchup and qualify for the semi-finals next week on TEW? The stunner right there from the Blade. Now cover. Referee. 1, 2, 3. And the Butcher and the Blade will advance into the semis next week. Very good win. Beat Wardlow and Maxwell Jacob Fredman. Here are your winners, the Butcher and the Blade. The Butcher and the Blade win, and they will qualify for the semi-finals of the TEW #1 contendership tournament. So well done to the Butcher and the Blade. Great win for them here on TEW. Alright, the TEW Women's Champion Grace Chang has got some words to say here on TEW, because on Saturday in your house, this Saturday, or last Saturday let's say, Grace Chang defeated Sunshine in a great matchup, and we're going to hear from her right now here on TEW. Attention, attention, attention! You see, I won my match against Sunshine this Saturday and in your house. I beat her. I beat her fair and square in the middle of the ring. I did what I thought I would possibly wanted to do, is beat her. I beat her, and I did what I am, as still the TEW Lemons champion. You see, who wants to come and get the championship now? Because you see, no one in the back of the locker room is not brave enough to fight the Chinese Kelowna. Because now, as I'm still the TEW Women's Championship, I will defend this Women's Championship anytime, any place, anywhere. And you see, I don't care who I'll fight next. You see, I can fight anytime, any place, anywhere. It doesn't concern me. I could fight in a dungeon. I could fight in a boiler room. I could fight in a candle fight. I could fight anywhere to defend this championship belt. My message to the TEW locker room: do not cross Grace Chang. Because if you do, I'm going to make sure that every match I'm against any of you is going to be a difficult one for anyone to beat me and take the championship away from me. So bear that in mind for all the people in the back of the locker room, that I'm keeping this championship intact for a very, 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 very long time. There you go. Grace Chang just sent a message that she's willing to keep this championship, willing to fight anyone in any match or any place, anywhere. That's what the message being sent for Grace Chang after defeating Sunshine in your... Anyways, coming up right here on TEW, it's a quarter-final matchup for the TEW Royal Tag Team Championship #1 contenders match of the tournament. It's going to be El Gotch, Simon Burns will take on Jonathan and Martinez and Victor Martinez live right now here on TEW. And the winner of this matchup will fight Butcher and the Blade next week on SuperShow. Who's it going to be? Martinez Bros or the Old Century Villains? We're going to find out right now. Here we go. Let's get straight into it. The second matchup of the tag team match. Whoever wins between El Gotts and Simon Burns will fight the Butcher and the Blade next week for the semi-finals progression for next week's maybe potential Royal Tag Team Championship #1 contenders tournament. Obviously, between these two or these tag team groups here on SuperShow. But anyways, it's Victor Martinez, Jonathan Martinez, obviously from Afterburn, come here to be part of SuperShow for tonight to maybe become TEW Royal Tag Team Champions, because whoever wins in that final in 2 weeks' time on SuperShow will get a match against Maniac Muda and Baz Wolf at the pay-per-view of WrestleFest. And that's when whoever wins this tournament will fight them at WrestleFest pay-per-view on the 25th of July. And that's what Joey Davis said earlier today. And also tonight, Roman Reigns might get any of the opponents who wins in the matchup tonight between Jack Swagger or Drew Galloway, because Drew Galloway or Galloway or Swagger, whoever wins in that matchup tonight will be the #1 contender for Roman Reigns' TEW Championship at WrestleFest in 3 weeks' time on the 25th of July. But meanwhile, referee now going to count out one. Jonathan Martinez. Yeah, In Your House was very, very good pay-per-view, of course. Obviously, the Elite Tag Team Champions were crowned as the Republican Outfit lost the Tag Team Championship against SCU on Afterburn. Obviously, we'll bring it up on SuperShow, of course. Congratulations to SCU, Christopher Daniels and Frankie Kazarian. They are the new Tag Team Champions as they defeated the Republican Outfit at In Your House this last Saturday. So, very good win for Daniels and Kazarian. Yeah, that was the highlight on the highlight reel this Saturday and last Saturday on the pay-per-view. Oh, a clothesline right there from El Gotch. Now, punch right in the face there from El Gotch right there. Now, the chance in now for El Gotch to try and do something about it here. A move possibly might put them into the next round if they win against the Martinez Bros in this tag team match here tonight. Clothesline. And now tag. Punch across the face, that is. Another splash again. There you go. That's an elbow right there. Punch from El Gotch to Jonathan Martinez. Oh! Cover. 1, 2. Kick out. Now tag now to Simon Burns. Oh, net breaker. Now, elbow. DDT. Oh. Now, death drop there from Simon Burns. And now, Burns now, what's he going to do? Clothesline there from Burns to Jonathan Martinez. Now, elbow. Now into the... Nope, thrown out of the ring here. DDT from Burns. Now, meanwhile, Burns now, what's he going to do to Martinez here? And would they qualify? Would they progress into the semis to take on the Butcher and the Blade next Tuesday? Are they going to march into the next round? Cover. 1, 2, 3. And Burns and Gotch wins. Here are your winners and will qualify for the semi-finals next week into Butcher and the Blade. Simon Burns and El Gotch, the old Century Villains. Reigns, the TEW champion, has got some words to say right now. The champion did defeat Galloway this Saturday, or last Saturday, at the pay-per-view of In Your House. But let's hear from Roman Reigns right now. And he's got some words to say in the ring. Because also tonight, Drew Galloway will fight Jack Swagger. Because Joey Davis said so, the general manager. And whoever wins out of those two tonight will fight Roman Reigns at WrestleFest on the 25th of July. But anyway, before we get to that, let's hear from Roman right now.
Download a free audiobook. Discover Audible.
Drew Galloway, you always will remember this. This is my yard. You see, at Rest in Your House last Saturday, you failed to beat me. You failed to beat me 4 days ago at In Your House. You tried your best. You say that I was a fluke win, you said, what I beat you on. That was not a fluke win. I beat you fair and square in the middle of the ring, and I'll hope that tonight you get your ass kicked by Jack Swagger in the main event. But I don't even want either of you to win. Hope you tear each other apart and the best man wins who fights me at WrestleFest. But the thing is, Jack Swagger and also to Drew Galloway, you're messing with the big deal here on TEW because this is my yard. This is my yard and no one can't take that away from me. You see, this will be a hard fight you're going to come across at WrestleFest. Whoever wins and walks out as #1 contender on tonight's main event. But I'll wish you guys luck. Because you're really going to need it. Because I will be showing you what I'm about when I get my hands on you anywhere around this show. I'll show you the real Roman Reigns. I'll show you the monster. The big dog. And I'll show you that in the middle of this very ring. So do you guys want to see me unleash the Empire of Roman on you? I don't think so. But someone's going to get it at WrestleFest. And I don't care who. Because I make sure that tonight, whoever wins, that man is the best man who wins to fight me. Good luck tonight, Swagger and Galloway. Seems like Reigns has said his point about this is his yard and said that was a fair and square win. He said to Drew Galloway as Drew Galloway accuses. Anyways, coming up right now, here on TEW, tag team matchup tournament of the quarterfinals. Blockbuster, Julius Pennington will take on James Ellsworth and Heath Slater, the Ginger Weaker versus Blockbuster and Pennington. And whoever wins this matchup will fight for the semi-finals next week on TEW. We're going to find out right now this matchup. Who's going to be the winner of this match? It'll be interesting. We'll look forward to it. It's Ellsworth, Slater taking on Blockbuster and Julius Pennington. And that'll be live right now. Alright, here we go. Let's get straight into it, shall we? James Ellsworth, Heath Slater, Ginger Weaker, the last is Pennington, and here we go. Tap on Heath Slater now. Here comes Heath. Clothesline there from Blockbuster to Heath Slater, baby. Whoever wins tonight will fight and qualify for the semi-finals next week. Blockbuster is taking out Heath Slater in this matchup here tonight. Oh! Clothesline. Oh, just took him out again. Now, suplex. Clothesline. Now, suplex from Heath Slater. Now, big kick right in the stomach here. Knee in the chest. Clothesline. Tag now to James Ellsworth. Now, Block Blaster's in a good energy spirit right here. Oh, took out James Ellsworth. Oh, James Ellsworth punching back here. Every man has two hands, has a fighting chance. Seems like to me it's be a good match. But James Ellsworth here. Rips him up. DDT to James Ellsworth. And now Block Blaster now. What's he going to do? Oh my god, from the top. Slams him. Cover. 1, 2, 3. It's all over. Block Blaster and Julius Pennington will advance into the semi-finals next week. Here are your winners and will qualify for the semi-finals of the Royal Tag Team Championship #1 Contenders Tournament. Block Blaster and Julius Pennington. Last Saturday, I suffered torture with the Fiend Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt is a monster among men here on TEW. I was in hell on Saturday when he beat me in that Boiler Room matchup. I suffered the consequences against the Fiend. But the thing is about that was 3 days ago. Now I'm here to bring up about now. You see, Fiend, I haven't finished with you just yet. I've arranged another match against you at WrestleFest. Because I still believe that I need to teach you some respect for what you did to me for the last couple of weeks. I don't want people like you, like a freak of nature, come here on SuperShow and bully people who you like to bully. I'm here to stick up for myself, and I don't care if I have to be beaten to a pulp, or hurt, or strangled, or choked in my mouth by the claw, or Sister Abigail. I'll take all of that to get what I want. You see, Bray Wyatt, I know you are this mythical monster. I know you are some big man from the closets. But I know that this is the real Colt Cabana speaking, and I know that I have got more unfinished business with you, my friend. So, Fiend, I know you're not here tonight. You may be in your little fairy fun house hiding somewhere in the closets. But when I get my hands on you at WrestleFest, you're going to be sorry. But I don't care how big you are, how scary you are, and you might beat me, you might be stronger than me, but but I'll do whatever it takes to stand up for myself and beat you down and down and down. So at WrestleFest, I want to fight you in a matchup. So, if you hear this, I'm challenging you for a rematch. Oh, Colt Cabana said some words that he wants a rematch with The Fiend at WrestleFest. Oh my god, The Fiend. You might have someone still lurking around you because Colt Cabana is giving you a rematch. Doesn't matter if he lost or whatever. He did what he did. Well, the wrestlers from Afterburn are here on Super Show tonight. Be part of this tournament or take part of this tournament here today. It's going to be the Jurassic Express, Jungle Boy, Marco Stunt, accompanied by the Luchasaurus, will take on Johnny Mac and Paddy O'Connor. The former Elite Tag Team Champions will fight the Jurassic Express right here, right now, here on TEW Super Show. And whoever wins in this matchup will fight Block Blaster and Julius Pennington next week in the semi-finals of the TEW Royal Tag Team #1 Contenders Tournament, was scheduled by Joey Davis earlier today. So here we go. Here we go. Let's get straight into this matchup right here, right now, and let's get straight into it, shall we? Be live between these two tag teams. The Luchasaurus, will, obviously the Jurassic Express versus the Irish Boys. Winner will fight for next week's semi-finals of the #1 Contenders Tournament. Kick out right there from Jungle Boy. Now face first, right there. Now right on the ropes. Now Jungle now is punching Paddy O'Connor right in the Goonies right there. The tournament we are taking place. So whoever wins in these tournaments coming up will go all the way to the final, etc. So here we go. Even Afterburn's been invited to come here on Super Show to be part of this tournament as well, as we are making it as an eight quarter-final tournament out of these 8 tag teams. So this week's the quarterfinals, next week's the semi-finals, and the week after that's the final. And then whoever wins in that final will fight the tag team champions at WrestleFest as their as the #1 contenders. Whoever wins in this tournament, because there's a lot of good tag teams in this company, of course, who want to be a champion. So Joey Davis is making that as an opportunity for everyone to be part of. You know, he did say that earlier today. And I do believe in that regime, what Joey Davis has said about putting Afterburn here on Super Show to compete and maybe fight for the tag team champions at WrestleFest if that comes to that plan. And that's what he said earlier today. Obviously, Roman Reigns will get anyone between Jack Swagger or Drew Galloway to fight at WrestleFest in 3 more weeks' time at WrestleFest, but it all depends on tonight who wins. So we'll look forward to that. Now it's Jungle Boy now. Oh, the big tussle right there in the Paddy O'Connor. Now tag now to Jungle Boy to Marco Stunt. Chance. Submission. Nope. Gonna stretch his arm out, I think. That's what Jungle Boy was trying to achieve in that. Punches him out of the ring. Now Jungle Boy's got his eyes set on Paddy O'Connor. Frog splash. Cover. 1, 2. Now, off first in the face. Oh, the knee in the face right there was fantastic. Another, maybe. Nope. Right on the Goonies. Now, tag. Doing that. Now, oh, big boot. Across the face. Oh. Now, tag. There comes Paddy. Now, what's he going to do now? Jungle Boy. What's he going to do? Oh, kicking in the Goonies. Another punch again. What's Jungle Boy going to do? This is awesome. What's he doing? Jungle Boy. Oh, the drop kick right onto the ring ropes to Paddy O'Connor. Oh, Paddy O'Connor was right on the ropes, like hanging onto the ropes, while Jungle Boy drop kicked him in the head in the corner of the edge of the ring. And maybe it's going to be a pinfall right here. Game over. 1, 2, 3. And it's all over. The Jurassic Express will qualify into the semi-finals next week to take on Pennington and Blockbuster.
Let's play.
Here are your winners. Jungle Boy and Marco Stunt, the Jurassic Express. And they'll qualify for the semi-finals of the TEW Royal Tag Team Championship number 1 contenders tournament semi-finals. And they'll be taking on Blockbuster and Pennington next week. Alright, coming up right here, right now, scheduled by the general manager. Obviously, Wardlow and MJF had a tag team match earlier today, but lost. against Butcher and the Blade, but however, Wardlow has got a match with AK-47 because AK-47 did have a match with MJF at In Your House last Saturday, and basically MJF did actually win that matchup against AK-47 on that Saturday. But however, he'll be watching as his bodyguard Wardlow will take on AK, his opponent from Saturday, by beating him. Coming up right now. Right, so bodyguard of MJF will take on AK-47, MJF's opponent from In Your House last Saturday. The Saturday was before, and there we go. Clothesline took him out to the ring here, and Wardlow just got taken out by AK here. 1, 2. Now Hurricanrana right there. Elbow. Now pinfall. 1. Kick out. Now, oh, the elbow. Now, oh my god, the side of the ring here. And oh my god, the 450 right there. Or 619 common move. Now, AK-47. Oh my god, the forearm to Wardlow. Now, cover. 1. Kick out there from Wardlow. Yeah, Wardlow, the bodyguard of MJF, will have a match with, obviously, with AK-47. MJF now obviously supporting his bodyguard. Wardlow, take him out. Wardlow, take him out. That's what MJF is shouting at his bodyguard for instructions. And now, oh, bit of both missed each other. And now, oh my god, Wardlow now, it's got him on top of his arms. Face first onto the mat to AK-47. And now Wardlow now knees him into the head of AK-47 as he's defenseless at the moment. Suplex. The big boot. Oh! Cover. 1. Oh! No. And now Wardlow now trying to pick up AK, but AK-47 reverses it. Now AK's got his move set up for Wardlow, the bodyguard. What is he going to do? Sweet chin music! And now cover. 1, 2. Kick out from Wardlow. Oh, Wardlow kicks out. Elbow. Now cover again. 1, 2, 2. Oh. Now pinfall. 1, 2. Kick out. Oh, another good move again. Now AK-47. 1, 2, 2. No. No. Oh! 1, 2, 3. AK-47 wins. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. We're going. Oh my god, what's going on here? MJF now. Oh my god. He just came from behind an attack AK-47 after his match with Wardlow. AK-47's getting attacked by MJF. So maybe he's angry that he actually beat Wardlow. And look at him. Boo. You suck. You suck. Holding a second right there. JF just attacking AK-47. And oh my god. Obviously, this is it. I think this rivalry does not end, I think, after the In Your House pay-per-view. It might. Oh, we all know that MJ did actually win against AK at In Your House, but it seems that this rivalry, this feud doesn't. Oh my god, kick in the face, and now AK now fighting back. And oh my god, throw into the announce table. Another one into the announce table again. And now DDT dropped to the face right there again. Huh? Rivalry's over? Ain't over. Oh my god, this is a bit of a brawl. It was MJF's fault. He was one he ran to the ring and try and cheap shot AK from behind after his match with Wardlow. Oh my god, takes him out again. What, is a chair under the ring here? Oh my god, no. DDT. Another one again in the back of the head. Another one. Hitting him with that chair. Now, MJF is just using that and just whacking that steel chair at AK-47. Oh. Oh my god, right on that post, that steel post. And AK-47 is getting hurt by MJF. You wanna mess with me? You mess with me right now. Oh my god. I think ever since when his bodyguard lost a match with AK, he came to the ring and cheap shot AK-47. And right there, that is a big message sent to AK again, like what he did to him at In Your House. He is defenseless, AK-47. He's hurt. MJF is not finished with AK at all. He might have defeated him In Your House, but it doesn't matter. I think he has obsession with AK-47. Wants to hurt him or beat him up. That's the obsession that MJF actually has with AK-47. That steel chair is just whacking it at the head, of course, on AK. And now right on the, maybe a DDT on the steel again. Now a DDT. And now another DDT again right on the... MJF is a monster, that man. He's not a monster, really. He's not like one of the big guys, but one of the biggest trash talkers here on TEW as well, more likely. Don't know what he's on about half the time. There, MJF right there. He's hurting AK. We need some people here to get MJF away from AK-47. We need some medical people here, damn it. We need some people here to separate MJF and AK-47. This big brawl. I think the referee's trying to separate them, but it seems like, I mean, he's not listening. Trying to separate, but I don't think if they're able enough, the referee. And now, another slam onto the mat again. And now MJF seems like to me he's got one more thing he wants to do to AK. I'm better than you, AK, and you. Boo! One thing I like to say right now: shut your mouth. Boo! You see, AK-47, I know I beat you in your house. I know I took you out right now in the fairy ring. But that's what you get for beating my bodyguard, Wardlow. Because you see, this feud between me and you is not over. Because I've decided, as I am the man who loves to be the number one, I thought I'd give AK-47 another match. I feel sorry for you, AK, for you over there in the other side of the ring, getting treatment by the medical, of course. I've decided that you should be ready in 3 weeks' time. Because I am actually having a match with you at WrestleFest. And this is not going to be some Falls Count Anywhere rubbish or maybe some trash match of some sort. This match between me and you stupid son of a, is going to be a Hell in a Cell match. So, AK, if you're hearing this down there in the medical chair, of course, going down right now, I can see you walk. I can see the paramedics now riding you out of ringside, of course. I'm fighting you in a Hell in a Cell match, if you hear that. Because you see, AK, I want to show you some respect. I want you to treat me with some respect, I want you to. And I want you to make sure that you give it your all. And I'm going to beat the crap out of you and make sure that you stay down for good. So, at WrestleFest, I've decided that I want to fight you again. So enjoy that ride to hospital in that stretcher. Because to be honest, one thing I like to say before I leave this promo, I'm better than you, AK, and you know it. Ooh, you suck, you suck.
I'm better than you, and you know it.
And that is that. This man is an absolute nasty piece of work here on TEW. He just took out AK-47. Alright, coming up right here, right now, number one contenders matchup, the main event of tonight here on TEW is going to be Drew Galloway will take on Jack Swagger in a one-on-one match. And whoever wins between Swagger or Drew Galloway will fight Roman Reigns for the TEW champ on the 25th of July. So, that's going to be that. But before we get to that, let's get into this matchup. The last match of the night between Jack Swagger or Drew Galloway. Who's going to fight Roman? Swagger or Galloway? These two have been bragging out one another early today on SuperShow. But who's going to leave SuperShow as number one contender? We're going to find out right now. This is it. Main event. Ding, ding, ding. Here we go. And the match will kick off for tonight. For the main event, it's going to be Jack Swagger, the all-Republican will take on Drew Galloway, of course. And whoever wins this matchup will fight Roman Reigns for his TEW Championship at WrestleFest. But who's it going to be? Will Drew Galloway get another matchup? He did get a handout, according to Swagger earlier today. He said that was a handout that Galloway was given to Roman Reigns. But since that, he has to earn his opportunities around here. He's got a match with Jack Swagger here tonight. And here we go. And will he be the one, or will he prove to Jack Swagger that he is the the real #1 contender for Reigns' championship for a rematch at WrestleFest. We'll have to wait and see about that. And a drop kick there from Jack Swagger out of the ring now. Swagger's now back into the ring. 1, 2, drop kick again. Another splash again. No. And now again. Drop kick there from Jack Swagger to Drew Galloway. And now punches him in the back right there. And now into the corner of the ring, possibly. Now Swagger. Oh, a suplex. Rope break there from Drew. Yeah, Drew Galloway was on the ropes. He was. His leg was on the ropes. So there was no kick count out whatsoever or kick pinfall whatsoever. And meanwhile, Swagger at the moment is just beating the hell out of Drew Galloway here. And now, drop kick the Swagger to Galloway. Is Galloway the man? Will he be? Is he the man? Reigns. Don't know if he is or not, because he did hand himself a handout Roman since Reigns actually said that he can fight him. Even Galloway didn't even earn his spot to be #1 contender. He actually got handed by Roman Reigns. But is he the one? Oh, ankle lock. Swagger now. Ankle lock on Gallagher. Is it Galloway here? It's a chance. Galloway's going to tap him out, I think. Galloway's going to get tapped out by Swagger in this sharpshooter. And then he does the ankle lock. And then, clothesline there from Galloway. Now cover. Kick out. Now that's a knee right there again. Another splash. Cover. 1, 2. Kick out from Galloway. Oh. Drop kick. Now Swagger now. Body to body. Elbow. Drop kick this way again. Oh, ankle lock. Ankle lock. Tap out, tap out, tap out. He taps out. He taps out. Jack Swagger will fight Roman Reigns for the TEW Championship at WrestleFest. It's all over. Swagger gets the win. Swagger gets the win. Oh my God. It's over. Here's your winner, the all-Republican Jack Swagger. My God, Reigns is here! Oh my God, Reigns has just interrupted Swagger's victory with Drew Galloway. Oh my God! Oh my God, it's so. Oh my, what's going on here? I don't know what's going on exactly, but oh my God, Reigns just came out of nowhere and attacked and ambushed the challenger, the #1 contender now for the champion Roman Reigns. Oh, Swagger will be fighting Reigns at WrestleFest. Oh, out of nowhere, I couldn't believe that one bit. Reigns just came out of nowhere and attacked Swagger. I think that's a message sent possibly that this is his yard and not Swagger's yard. He's making sure of that as well. That's pretty much the reason why he's pretty much sending a message to Swagger, what he's going to do to him at WrestleFest in 3 weeks' time. Now Reigns, clothesline there to Swagger. Yeah, there's a brawl between these two wrestlers in the middle of the ring while Swagger did defeat Drew Galloway in that #1 contenders match. And then Swagger came, won the match, tapped out Galloway, of course. And now Reigns comes out of nowhere and attacks and ambushes Swagger from behind Drew against Galloway. So there you go. And now Reigns now just attacking Swagger in the middle of the ring here. Oh, drop kick. And I'll see these two are a bit of fighting out one another here in ring here. Now, Swagger now just took out Reigns. We're the people. And now, oh! Swagger seeing Reigns just fighting each other. A message probably sent here, but Reigns is getting also fired back for Reigns. I mean, Swagger now. Oh! Closed on again. No. Now. Swagger now. Oh! Now Reigns now fighting back here. Oh, the big Superman punch right there to Jack Swagger. Now Reigns, what's he doing? Ooh, ah, spear there to. Oh my God, what a spear to Jack Swagger right there. Spear right there in the middle of the ring. Now clothesline the Swagger again. Oh my God, this is basically a message sent to Jack Swagger right here, right now. What he's going to do to him at WrestleFest. Now, again, Reigns. Now, Swagger now. Oh! Now, Reigns. Oh, another one that he is fighting back indefinitely. Now, body to body again. Now, Swagger now takes him out. Oh my god, Swagger just took him out. And maybe Swagger might send a message sent to Roman. That's what I'm going to do to you, Roman Reigns. You say this is you say this is your yard, but this is my yard. This is my yard, Roman. It's your yard, but it's my yard now. We're the people. And will this be the fate at WrestleFest in 3 weeks' time? Will Swagger become the TEW champion? We'll just have to wait and see about that. But he just took out Roman while Roman ambushed Swagger. Then Swagger turned the tables around and slammed Reigns down to the ground. And this could be the fate at WrestleFest. But anyway, that's it from us, from Billy Manny Knows Jay, and also with John Cole. And until now, we'll be back next week for TEW Super Show. Until then, goodbye.